Stop what you're doing. 2025 just broke reality. This is the year humans shattered every limit and made the impossible look easy. We're talking world records obliterated, history rewritten, and moments so wild you have to see them to believe them. If you thought last year was epic, buckle up. This is the ultimate highlight reel. Athletes defying physics, machines doing the impossible, and animals rewriting the rulebook. These are the moments that made jaws drop and the world stop. From superhuman feats to mind-blowing inventions, this is the year that changed everything. Every single record is crazier than the last. You won't believe what's coming next. Ready? Let's jump straight into the most insane records of 2025. All right, let's kick things off with a guy who basically laughs at gravity. I'm talking about Armand Duplantis, or as the world knows him, Mondo. This dude is not human. In 2025, he did something that just doesn't make sense. He set his 13th world record in the men's pole vault. 13. Most athletes dream of getting just one, but Mondo is out here collecting them like they're Pokemon cards. Picture this. The crowd is silent. Every eye is on him. The bar is set at a ridiculous 6.29 meters. That's over 20.5 feet high. It's like trying to jump over a 2-story building with a giant stick. But for Mondo, it's just another day at the office. He takes off down the runway, plants the pole, and launches himself into the sky. For a split second, it looks like he might not make it, but then, with perfect form, he twists his body and clears it with room to spare. The stadium just erupts. It's pure chaos. People are losing their minds because they just witnessed history. Again. This wasn't just another record. It was a statement. Mondo solidified his legacy as, without a doubt, the greatest pole vaulter to ever live. He's not just competing against other athletes anymore. He's competing against the history books, and he is winning. Big time. He's publicly stated that his goal is to just keep pushing the limit, to keep breaking his own records all the way through the 2028 Olympics and beyond. Can you imagine how high he could go? 6.30 meters? 6.40? At this point, I wouldn't be surprised if he vaulted over a bus. Next up, we're heading to the pool, where a French phenom named Marchand did the unthinkable. There are some records in sports that just feel untouchable. Records set by legends that everyone assumes will stand for decades. In the world of swimming, Ryan Lochte 200-meter individual medley record was one of those. It stood for 14 long years. But in 2025, Marchand decided it was time for a change. This kid is a swimming machine, a prodigy in every sense of the word. The 200-meter IM is one of the most grueling events. You have to be elite at all 4 strokes: butterfly, backstroke, breaststroke, and freestyle. It's a test of versatility, endurance, and pure, raw speed. Most swimmers are lucky to be great at 1 or 2 strokes, but Marchand is a master of all 4. The stage was set, the tension was thick enough to cut with a knife. As soon as the race started, you could just feel that something special was about to happen. Marchand exploded off the blocks. His butterfly leg was powerful, his backstroke was flawless, and his breaststroke, his signature stroke, was where he really started to pull away from the competition and the ghost of the world record line. The final 50 meters, the freestyle leg, was pure guts. His body was screaming, every muscle was on fire, but he just kept digging deeper. You could see the pain on his face, but you could also see the determination. He was chasing down a legend, and he was not going to be denied. When he touched that wall, everyone's eyes shot to the clock. And then the time flashed on the screen. 1 minute, 52.69 seconds. He had done it. He didn't just beat the record, he smashed it. From individual greatness, we now move to the ultimate display of teamwork. And when it comes to swimming relays, nobody does it better than Team USA. In 2025, they assembled a dream team for the mixed 4x100-meter freestyle relay and put on a performance that was nothing short of spectacular. This wasn't just a win, it was a statement of utter dominance. The mixed relay is one of the most exciting events in swimming. It's a strategic chess match. Teams have to decide whether to lead with their male swimmers or female swimmers, creating incredible matchups and dramatic comebacks. But Team USA's strategy was simple: be faster than everyone else from start to finish. And that's exactly what they did. From the very first leg, they took the lead and never looked back. Each swimmer dove in and extended the lead even further. It was like watching a perfectly choreographed dance of speed and power. The handoffs or takeovers were flawless, timed to the 100th of a second. There was absolutely no room for error, and they executed with perfection. By the time the anchor swimmer hit the water, the race for gold was already over. The only race left was against the clock. When the final touch was made, the new world record flashed on the board, 3 minutes, 18.48 seconds. They had absolutely shattered the previous record. You think that last relay was crazy? Well, Team USA wasn't done yet. We're staying in the pool for this next one because what the women's 4x100-meter medley relay team did was pure Hollywood movie magic. This wasn't a story of front-running dominance. This was a story of heart, resilience, and one of the most epic comebacks you will ever see. The medley relay is incredibly challenging. It requires 4 swimmers who are each specialists in a different stroke, backstroke, breaststroke, butterfly, and freestyle. The race started, and disaster almost struck for Team USA. Their leadoff backstroker had a slightly slow start, and they found themselves in 3rd or 4th place after the first leg. In a race this short, that's a massive deficit. For a moment, it looked like their hopes for gold, let alone a world record, were fading. You could feel the tension in the arena. But then, the breaststroker dove in and did her job. She held her ground, she fought tooth and nail to keep them in the race. This is where the magic happened. The butterfly swimmer hit the water like she was shot out of a cannon. She was on a mission. Stroke by stroke, she started reeling in the competition. It was one of the most incredible displays of swimming I have ever seen. She closed a massive gap, turning a huge deficit into a slight lead by the time she finished her leg. Now it was all down to the freestyle anchor. The final 100 meters was an all-out war. It was a drag race to the finish. With every ounce of energy left in her body, she powered home, holding off the charge from the other teams and touching the wall first. Gold for Team USA. But then, everyone looked at the clock. Not only had they won, but they had broken the world record. 3 minutes, 49.34 seconds. From the brink of disaster to a world record. It was unbelievable. All right, we're leaving the world of athletics for a minute and heading into the world of insane engineering and superhuman driving skills. And for this one, we're going to a giant sheet of ice. Porsche wanted to prove just how amazing their all-electric Taycan GTS was, so they decided to do something completely ridiculous. Set the world record for the longest continuous drift in an EV on ice. Let me just say that again so it sinks in. Drifting. A high-performance car on a giant circle of ice, continuously. The amount of things that could go wrong here is just astronomical. One wrong move, one tiny overcorrection, and you spin out, and the record attempt is over. This requires a level of car control that is almost impossible to comprehend. The man behind the wheel was Porsche instructor Jens Richter. His mission to drift a rear-wheel drive Taycan GTS for as long as possible on a 200-meter-long irrigated ice circle. The car was basically stock, which is even crazier. They didn't use some crazy modified race car. They used a car you could technically go out and buy. For 3 straight hours, Jens Richter was in a state of absolute flow. He held the Taycan in a perfect, continuous drift, lap after lap after lap. Can you imagine the focus required for that? No breaks, no moments to relax, just constant, precise adjustments of the steering wheel and throttle to keep the car perfectly balanced on that knife's edge between control and chaos. The Guinness World Records team was there, meticulously tracking every single detail with GPS and sensors to make sure the drift was continuous and met all their strict criteria. The technical challenges were immense. The ice had to be maintained perfectly, the car's battery and temperature had to be managed, and of course, the driver had to fight off mental and physical fatigue. After what must have felt like an eternity, he finally brought the car to a stop. The official results were in. Jens Richter had drifted the Porsche Taycan for a mind-boggling 17.503 kilometers. That's almost 11 miles of continuous sideways driving on ice. A new Guinness World Record was set. It was an absolutely monumental achievement for both driver and machine. Okay, for our final record, we're shifting gears completely. We've seen incredible athletes and insane machines, but this last one is all about the heart and the surprising resilience of nature. I want you to meet Pearl. Pearl is not an athlete. Pearl is not a car. Pearl is a chicken. And in 2025, she officially became the oldest living chicken in the entire world. Now, I know what you might be thinking. A chicken? What's so special about that? Well, let me tell you. Pearl is no ordinary chicken. She was born in 2011, which in chicken years makes her an ancient relic. The average lifespan for a chicken is about 5 to 8 years. Pearl has more than doubled that, and she's still going strong. Pearl's journey to becoming a record holder is a story of survival against all odds. She's a Nankin Bantam, a small breed of chicken, and she lives a quiet, happy life with her owner, Marcy Parker Darwin in Michigan. But her life hasn't always been easy. She has survived multiple predator attacks and has outlived all of her original flockmates, including her own mother. To be officially recognized by Guinness World Records, Pearl's age had to be meticulously verified. This involved veterinarian statements, witness testimonies, and even photographic evidence from when she was just a little chick. The process was thorough, and when the official certificate arrived, it confirmed what her family already knew. Pearl was a true phenomenon. At the time of the record, Pearl was officially 14 years and 69 days old. Think about that for a second. This chicken has been alive through multiple presidential administrations, the rise of TikTok, and countless other world events. She's a living piece of history, clucking around in her backyard. It's both hilarious and incredibly heartwarming. Her owner says the secret to her long life is a lot of love, a calm environment, and a healthy diet. Pearl enjoys her days scratching in the dirt, taking dust baths, and getting lots of cuddles. She's a beloved member of the family, a little feathered celebrity who has no idea that she's famous around the world. This record is so amazing because it's so unexpected. We celebrate human longevity and the durability of machines, but we often overlook the incredible lifespans that are possible in the animal kingdom. And that is a wrap on the most insane, mind-blowing, and downright unbelievable world records that were shattered in 2025. From Armand Duplantis literally flying through the air to a chicken named Pearl becoming a global icon of longevity, this year was truly one for the history books. These world records prove that 2025 was a year of pushing boundaries and redefining what's possible. It shows that whether you're an elite athlete, a skilled driver, or just a really old chicken, greatness comes from pushing the limits. These stories are so much more than just numbers and statistics. They are proof of the incredible power of the human and animal spirit. They inspire us to look at our own challenges and ask, what am I capable of? I want to know which one of these records blew your mind the most. Was it Leon Marchand breaking a 14-year-old swimming record, or the insane 17-kilometer EV drift on ice? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single one. If you loved this recap of epic achievements, do me a huge favor and smash that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We're always covering the latest in world records and unbelievable human feats, and you don't want to miss what's coming next. Follow for more epic achievement recaps. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next video.